Hi, guys, and welcome back to Leslie Through the Looking Glass. I am Leslie, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today. If you are a new viewer, thank you so much for coming to check out my channel and see what we're all about here. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you so much. Your support truly means everything to me, and I'm so happy to have you along this journey with me. Before we dive into today's topic, I did want to just throw out a quick note that I did not post my Disney video this weekend like I normally do. I did my first Bimini unboxing and there are a few hiccups along the way, and I wanted to reach out to the company and give them a chance to respond before I posted my video so that I could either include an intro video or outro and discuss the customer service aspect of it and give a full picture of my experience with my first box. So I will wait till Wednesday to upload that video, but it will be coming this week. And then I will still do my regular Disney content on the weekend because I have a couple pin mails and magic mails that I don't want to get behind on, and I want to open those and share those with you guys too. All right, now that that's out of the way, welcome to my Mental Health Monday video. We have a reoccurring theme, guys. I keep sketching out this whole plan of the different topics I want to talk about and what topics I think I'm going to do in the following weeks. And then something in life kind of crashes down on me. And I feel like that is just what I need to share with you guys and talk about. So I'm going to kind of change it up. And I was originally going to talk about some relaxation versus distraction and some techniques like that. But I'm going to talk today about, and I'm going to apologize in advance if I get choked up at all during this video because I had a really highly emotional weekend and it's still pretty raw. So I make no promises that I won't get a little teary-eyed during this, but I feel like this is an important thing to share because it's another thing that I think gets overlooked, or you just kind of don't give it the credit to what's going on in your mind when you have anxiety or something similar going on. So one of the things that I have noticed, and it's come up a couple times in different ways, is that this really, when it takes a toll on you and it changes some things about you because it's just your brain not being wired the way it always has been. So for me, I think the key word today is going to be fragility and being fragile. I've always been a highly emotional person. I've always been an empath. I always take other people's problems on. I always put myself in their shoes and feel their emotions. And that's always been who I am since I've been young. And so this isn't that. This is a whole different level. It's not, and it's come up in different ways, like I said a little bit earlier. An example is it's something that my husband and I have discussed on how I used to be way more strong and confident, and now it's hard for me to make decisions and stuff like that. And I'm always worried about making the wrong decisions or the wrong choice and somebody not being happy with it. So I'm a little bit fragile in that area. I also, I don't have a lot of deep friendships. I have a lot of people that I enjoy spending time with or talking to, or did before COVID life. And I do have a couple friends that I know I could count on for anything. And those obviously I treasure. But this weekend, I felt very excluded from a situation and kind of left out. And it was really hurtful. I really carried it with me a lot over the weekend. And I cried. I talked to my husband about it and just how much extra hurt. And I think it was not because I wasn't included necessarily, but it was feeling that I had a real friendship with somebody that maybe it wasn't a real friendship. Maybe I put too much weight on conversations and interactions I have with other people, and what I deem an actual friendship is not the same to them. And you guys, it's hard. Nobody wants to be excluded. Nobody wants to feel like they're being left out. Nobody wants to, nobody wants to think that they value a person in their friendship to not have it reciprocated. And it's just really hurtful. I'm okay with people not wanting to be friends with me. But I guess I've always been like, obviously you want to have friends. Obviously you want people to accept you for who you are. And on the same token, like, especially when you're able to accept somebody for who they are, like, it's really hard to not have what you thought. And I don't know where my disconnect is for thinking differently. I do think I've always been quick to want to include people. I would never, try to exclude anybody. And it's just really hard. And I feel like a few years ago, I wouldn't have thought twice about it. Sure, maybe it would have hurt my feelings a little bit, but like, I wouldn't have dwelled on it. I would have been able to move on. As you can see, I'm still pretty emotional about it. And it just, because it kind of rocks your world when you have this anxiety and like, you feel like you knew what the facts were and now they're gone. They're no longer facts because that friendship isn't the same, or whatever it may be in your scenario. So I just feel like I wanted to touch on that. And like, for those of you with anxiety or depression or whatever, like, it already can feel isolating. And I know that because, and like now more than ever with COVID and people not being able to spend that time with other people and have the connections as much. And maybe that's part of it because you depend on like your work friendships more, or like your neighbor friendships more, or whatever, because you have such limited ability to like do a ton of stuff right now. But it's okay like to feel these emotions. It's okay that you're fragile. I think that, going through this is only going to make me see things a little bit more clearer so that I can move forward stronger and more aware of maybe where my flaws in this are. Because the bottom line is, if somebody doesn't want to include me or does not want to be a friend to me, that's okay. Like, I'm not going to be mad about that. But I need to be able to see that that person is not a friend. That's, it's just what it is. Versus me thinking they're a friend and then feeling like they hurt my, I don't want to give them the power to hurt me when they wouldn't give me that friendship in return. And so I just think that we're a lot more fragile when you're going through these kind of things. If you're a loved one, if you are somebody going through this on the other side, where maybe you're not struggling from mental health and you're watching my videos, but you know somebody who is, keep that in mind. People's words and actions hold a lot of weight with us. Sometimes the jokes cut us to our core because we're just not strong enough to take them right now. Sometimes, something that can seem so innocent really can hurt our feelings. We're a little bit more fragile mentally than other people are. Sorry guys, I'm shifting around and moving a lot. This is a really hard one for me to talk about. So I'm fidgeting and doing things a lot more, I think. But it's really hard. And that feeling of being so fragile and letting so much impact you almost makes that worse. Because then it makes you second guess everything else. I thought maybe I could make it through without crying. But so just be aware, be kind to other people. I do think one of the blessings with this for me is I've always been a really sarcastic person. I still am. I like to joke around, but I will say I'm a lot more aware of things, and I try to be a lot more careful with my words and my actions, because I do know how much certain things affect me that, 2-3 years ago would not have affected me in the same way. And I just am constantly trying to take control and learn. So when I'm going through this, you best believe I'm going to take this and move forward. I'm not going to, not be true to who I am by any means, because I'm still an outgoing person. I still like to chat with people, but I'm going to be a lot more aware and draw that line. I'm going to know the difference between like a casual conversation and somebody that I feel like I'm investing into a friendship. And that's only going to help me move forward. It's, you know, you don't need a big circle, you need a good circle. And I'm so blessed with the people I do have. My husband has been, you know, so supportive during all of this. Some of the people I have met through doing this have been there for me and check in on me. And that means so much to me because, you know, we're on this path for a reason. I feel like I'm meeting the people I'm meeting for a reason right now. And as much as sometimes things are a struggle and hurt, you come out on the other side. And when you come out, you just be stronger and rebuild. And, you know, it's okay. You find strength in being fragile, and that's okay. So yeah, I don't know if this is really helpful for anybody, but just be reminded that we're all going through our struggles, even if you're not struggling with necessarily like some sort of mental health issue. Maybe it's just, you know, life's giving you a hard time right now, or you're just in a funk, or you're just having a bad day. Like, just try to be kind to other people. We never know what anybody else is going through. I know it's said all the time, but it's really true. And something that might seem so innocent to you could really be hurting somebody else. So just try to keep that in mind and be kind to everybody. You don't have to go above and beyond, but just be nice. Say hi to people, smile. I mean, with masks on, it's kind of hard to tell right now, but pass up a compliment. Like, you never know how much telling somebody walking down the street, like, that you like their mask, or they have a cute purse, or like a mom with a crying kid, like, been there, we get it, good luck. You never know how much something that simple can affect somebody's day. So, that being said, I'm going to kind of wrap it up. I feel, again, like I just kind of stumbled my way through this, but it's just what I'm going through. So hopefully it made sense to somebody out there. If you can relate, you know, or take this and hopefully make somebody else's life a little easier because you're a little bit more aware, then it was at least worth it. Coming up in the next couple of videos, like I said, I'll have a couple Disney videos dropping this week. Mental Health Monday next week is going to look a little different. Assuming nothing changes, I'm actually going to be launching kind of a challenge to my viewers about paying it forward and doing good. And it will hopefully end with a small giveaway on my birthday at the end of the month of November. Otherwise, maybe that will change and there will be something more pressing that we need to talk about, like it has the last couple weeks. But look forward to that because I'm really excited about it. It's something that I'm really hoping to do some good with, and challenge you guys to do the same. So as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here or you're a returning viewer but you haven't yet, please hit the subscribe button down below. And go ahead, and if you're interested in seeing more videos, hit the little alert button so you can be alerted when I post new content. Down below, drop a comment. Let me know how you're feeling today. How was your weekend? Was it rough? Good? Did you do something new and exciting? Did you struggle with your anxieties or your fears or depression or whatever? Let's talk about it. I read all my comments. I always try to respond back. So you guys have a great week. Stay okay. Pay it forward. Be kind. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.